Hello, this is Ron from Ron's Drone and RC channel. Today I have a new product I was sent in for review from an Amazon seller. It's a 1/18th electric powered four-wheel drive off-road truggy. It's the Halestorm model from Haiboxing. And this is some of the features here. We're going to do a little unboxing now. So let's get into it. Okay, so it's a small box. 1/18 scale is a smaller model here. So the box says it has ready to run, four-wheel drive, 2.4 gigahertz, quality spring shocks, up to 36 kilometers in speed. Has ball bearings. It has a powerful 380-degree motor, and has splash-proof electronics. It's for 14 and plus in age. We said ready to run. The model's the Halestorm 1/18th electric power four-wheel drive off-road truggy, and it's by Haiboxing, I guess you would pronounce it. And they show it comes in a couple different colors here. It looks like we got the dark orange model here, but you could get it in a military green or a black here. So we got our little box cutter out here. Let's see if we can find where to open it. Here's a little thing here, a little latch here. It's got a piece of tape over it, so let's cut that tape. And there we go. Struggling here, there we go. So, and it's a hobby grade vehicle here too. Let's see here. Not open. Oh, here's another piece of tape here. They got it taped up real good, and as you can see, box is in real good condition. No crushes, and nothing pushed in. So here we go. All right, enough for the box. Here's the car itself. Oh, look at all this documentation. We have a nice manual here. We have some stickers here. We have a nice card here showing some of the other models. Thanks for choosing your products. Where to contact them. Actual phone number here. Email. Facebook place here. Scan the QC thing there. And here's a very detailed booklet, and oh wow, look, it's big enough to read without a magnifying glass. Impressive. So we'll get back to that later. Okay, here's the actual car. Let's see how it's packaged here. It looks like it's tied down pretty good. Let's check the bottom. There's a little thing here. Let's see here. We cut this off. Actually, let me get a hold in there. Let me get a pair of scissors. Tie off here. So let me hold it so it doesn't fall on the other side. So the zip tie is cut. Pull that zip tie out. Now we'll go back here. See if we can pull that out. I see another zip tie here. Let's go to the bottom again. See if we can find that zip tie. I think I see it. Let me just try to cut it from here, this angle. Oh, I see another zip tie in the back here too. I got this thing really secure, so that's good to know, right? Ah, there we go. We got it out. So there it is. So you can see it's kind of on the small side, but it's got some good weight to it here. It's got some tags off here. Dear customers, talking about the protective body and everything. So very stickers here, warning tips, warnings. It's a lot of good information in here. So we're going to set that down, and we're going to try to get the controller out of here. Everybody wants to see the controller. So how are we going to do that? I guess we're going to cut some more of this off here. And here's the controller. It's in the middle here, but I don't see an obvious way of getting at it. So I'm going to cut up here. It's a true unboxing here. We're watching me fight with the box here. I should have taken it out ahead of time. Sorry guys. I thought it would be a easy unboxing, and here it's cutting. A lot going on here. Let me just I'm gonna stop the video, but I'm almost there, so let's just keep rolling here. Alright, here we go. Now we're getting someplace now. Alright. So stuff falling on the floor here, just trash. Okay, here's a bag of parts. Here's the actual controller. And it looks like we got everything out. So we're gonna put this to the side now. Get our trash out of here. So here's our controller. Kind of like small, but it's a small car, small controller, pretty standard. Have the the throttle down here, and then here's the steering controls. What's it got up here? It's got upside down here. It's got slow and normal speed rates here. It's got a steering rev here. Don't know what that is, but we'll find out. It's about probably the antenna here. We talked about the wheel already, the throttle. Here's where the batteries go here. Looks like two, I'm going to say double A's, but we'll find out. So that's it on the controller so far. Let's see what cut we get in the parts box here. So let's get that cut open. Alrighty. Alright, we got the here's the battery charger, standard USB, and there's the plug here. Here is like some kind of like a little jumper deal here. Not sure what that's for, but we'll find out. And here is the standard little screwdriver, and here is looks like kind of a wind thing for the back. Spoiler. This is the technical word I was looking for. And I guess the battery's already in here. Here's your body pins that you get in these type of trucks here. Let's pull them off here. Let's see if we can. Got two more in the back here. Let's see here. Here we go. I'm sorry, I'm blocking it using try to use the left hand here so I don't block the view. Can't get this last one off. There we go. Alright, so here's the shell. Pretty thin shell. It's got some instruction on here. Okay, here's the actual inside of the car. There's the battery down there with another pin there. It's got your basically balance port here and like a JST style connector on it. There's the motor. Everything else, the steering. Looks like the steering's pretty good on it. So that's it for the cold unboxing there. We're gonna charge the battery up and read all the instructions over, and we'll go out for a test run later on when we're all charged up. So all right, I'll be back with the test run soon. Okay, Ron here today. I'm out here doing the review. The new RC Truggy I've received today. I just want to show you the controller a little bit. Of course, this is the the steering knob here, and this is a reverse. So as of right now, this would make the tires go to the right, and pulling back toward myself would make the tires go to the left. I don't know if I can get the Buggy in a shot here. So tires to the right, tires to the left. Now this button here would be a steering reverse here, where if I, clicked it like this, now the steering this way would make it go to the left, and this way would make it go to the right. So maybe that has something to do with if you're a left or a right-hander, but anyways, it's there. Here is the slow and normal speed rate. So I have it in slow now, which would be a beginner mode, but I'm going to switch it over to normal speed rates now, since not my first RC car, but don't have as many as a lot of the guys do. Here is where your antenna is. If there is a real antenna in here, it may be just a fake, but if it does have an antenna, here's where it is. Here is the on and off switch here. I have it on now, of course, since the Buggy's right here ready to go. And this is the we'll call this the throttle. So this would make the Buggy go forward. This would make the Buggy go in reverse. So it's a lot faster in normal speed than it is slow. That's why it startled me there for a second. And here's your steering trim button here. So I think it's steering pretty good now. So I won't mess with the trim right now. But if you need to mess with the trim, let's see. Let me test it out here. Oh, let me get it straight here. I think it's pulling a little bit to the left, so let's turn it down just a little bit. Okay, I think that did it. So we got it trimmed up now. So you probably can't see it. So let's bring it back here, maybe get it in camera here. So it's easy to operate. I'm bringing it back now. So see if I can aim it downwards a little bit for you. So here's the Buggy itself. It's I had to put the little air thing on here to keep the rear down at high speeds. You had to assemble that yourself. It was 3 screws. Here are the tires. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Let me put the controller down. Yeah, so here are the tires. I don't know if they have foam in them or anything like that, but you can squish them in pretty good. They're not real hard. Here's the body shell. It goes in with like 4 pins here, 2 here, 2 here. The shell's kind of lightweight. You got your shocks back here. I don't believe they're oil filled or anything like that. People talk about they're just shocks. Here's the bottom, mostly plastic. It has 2 screws here, 2 more, 2 there, 2 there. It doesn't have, they're just fake lights. It doesn't have lights on it. Here's the shocks in the front. Again, they're not oil filled or anything special, just, toy grade shocks. So, it's pretty fast for its size, faster than I would have thought. So, anyhow, we're going to take it out for a little run here today. So, stay tuned. I'm back with my kind of final conclusions for the Haiboxing Halestorm RC car 1/18th scale four-wheel truggy. I've had a chance to try it out, several test runs on different surfaces, and I think it performed well. I tried it out on blacktop and cement, and it did really well. It's very fast, especially if you put it in the normal mode. It defaults to the slow mode out of the box, but in the normal mode, it's a little speed demon, and it did well in dirt and gravel. The only con I could say is in the grass, since it's kind of small. It doesn't have a lot of ground clearance. It doesn't do well in the grass. It gets caught. The tires spin, and you have to go pick it up. But in the other surfaces, it's fine. If you had really short manicured grass, you may be okay. And it could be the tires too. They're maybe a little bit too much on the hard side. I mean, I'm not an expert in this stuff, but and the shocks were good too for a tool grade car at this price point. I was very happy with the performance of the shocks and the tires. Really, again, only con being on the grass, but otherwise, I thought it performed very well in my test runs. I live at the shore here, and I don't really have a lot of hills and stuff like that, but I do plan on a follow-up review to take it down to the beach and maybe ride up and down some of the dunes to see how it does in climbing there. And a follow-up, I also want to do like a range test on it, but I thought it did very well. It has like a combined like kind of a receiver type deal there, and this is the on off button. You kind of just give it a good hard press, and it comes on off. So I kind of like that. It even tells you on the side that's the on off button there. But this is your little antenna right there. But and I thought it had decent range. I'm trying to think how far I took it away from myself. Maybe I don't even want to guess. So maybe I had it like 40 yards away at some point, and I had no loss of transmission. But okay, now who's this car for? I would say it would be perfect for a younger person, a child, that wants to get into the RC hobby, or even an adult who has never had an RC car before and wants to start with something affordable, and then work their way up to more of a hobby grade type of car later on, or even somebody that has a larger scale RC car, like a 1/10 scale, for instance, and they want to have a little smaller one to kind of like fool around with and tool around with. They don't want to take their bigger RC car along with them. So, the bottom line is, I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. Again, it's very affordable. It seems to be very well made. It's from an Amazon seller. I think I mentioned this before. I was sent this as a review, and I did not pay for it. But coming from Amazon, you have the gives you the advantage if you have any trouble to easily contact the seller if need be. They arrange some kind of return versus buying it from overseas and where if you get a defective item, it's very hard to get that rectified. So that's kind of a benefit from purchasing from a reputable Amazon seller. So if you have any questions about the car, leave them in the comments below, and I will try to get back to you with an answer, even if I have to reach out to my the person who supplied it to me. And I will leave a link below to where you can purchase this from Amazon. And again, just keep an eye out for that the follow-up review I'm going to do on the car. Test some of the other features out. If you have anything you want me to test it out in that next review, leave it in the comments below. And I'm going to kind of end it on that note there. I tried to cover as much as I could in my first review video of it for. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and catch me on the next one. All right.